Fabrizio Romano drops update on Liverpool future of Konaté after Galatasaray. Liverpool below Man United in the Sky Sports expected table with set pieces and Mohamed Salah's dip among issues, between the lines. Galatasaray 1-0 Liverpool. Jamie Carragher says Arne Slot's side are not playing like a top team and calls for Florian Wirtz to come out of the side. Now let's hear the details. Fabrizio Romano has shared an update on Ibrahima Konate's contract situation at Liverpool, with Real Madrid showing a keen interest. The France international has been a key player in recent seasons under both Jurgen Klopp and Arne Slot, but he has now entered the final year of his contract at Anfield and there are conversations ongoing about extending his stay on Merseyside. However, there is strong interest from several top clubs across the continent, including La Liga giants Real Madrid, and that has led to some worry at Liverpool that he could potentially leave the club at the end of the season on a free transfer like Trent Alexander-Arnold did. Fabrizio Romano, Liverpool want to extend Konaté deal. The Reds spent much of the 2024-25 season answering questions about the contract situations of Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk and Alexander-Arnold, with all three players having contracts that were set to expire in the summer. Eventually, the club managed to convince Van Dijk and Salah to sign extensions to commit the rest of their career at the top level to the Anfield club, but academy sensation Trent opted to depart and joined Real Madrid, with the Spanish side paying a fee to bring him in a month before his contract expired so that he could play in the Club World Cup. Now Liverpool are concerned that Konaté could opt to follow Trent to the Spanish capital, but Romano has written in his exclusive GimSport newsletter on Wednesday that no final decision has been made over the 26-year-old's future beyond this current campaign. No final decision yet. Liverpool will keep trying until they can, while Real Madrid remain attentive to the situation as more clubs too. Real Madrid are known to be interested in the former RB Leipzig defender, after they missed out on a potential move for Arsenal star William Saliba following his decision to sign a new long-term contract at the Emirates Stadium. Konaté is still playing regularly for Slot this season, but Liverpool are very keen on a deal to sign Marc Guéhi from Crystal Palace, and it could be that the England man is seen as a long-term replacement, whether he moves to the Bernabeu or not. Liverpool below Man United in the Sky Sports expected table with set pieces and Mohamed Salah's dip among issues, between the lines. This week's Between the Lines weighs up whether Liverpool's back-to-back defeats against Crystal Palace and Galatasaray are merely a blip or a sign of more serious issues. Eddie Nketiah's 97th minute strike at Selhurst Park condemned Arne Slot's side to their first loss of the season. Just 3 days later, Galatasaray striker Victor Osimhen converted a match-winning penalty against Liverpool, with Alisson limping off and now ruled out of Saturday's clash against Chelsea, live on Sky Sports. The champions are still 2 points clear at the top of the Premier League table thanks to a succession of late goals in their previous fixtures. But had these last two results been coming? Underlying performance data suggests Liverpool are fortunate to be top. In fact, the Sky Sports expected table, which is based on our XG formula, has the champions 7th, on 9 points, behind struggling Manchester United on expected goal difference. The numbers suggest Liverpool have only been statistically better than their opponent in 2 of their 6 Premier League games so far this season, with newly promoted Sunderland the only side in the division to have overperformed by a higher margin. Set-piece woe for Slot. Events at Selhurst Park on Saturday underline one of the issues, with Palace scoring both of their goals from deadball situations. Liverpool only conceded 10 non-penalty goals from set pieces last season. The number already stands at 4 this term. Ismaila Sarr's opening goal, from a Daichi Kamada corner, and Nketiah's winner, from a Chris Richards long throw, followed 2 set-piece goals conceded against Newcastle in August. Only West Ham, Leeds and Nottingham Forest have conceded more set-piece goals than Liverpool in the Premier League this season. A closer look at the numbers shows the Reds are allowing significantly more shots and expected goals from set pieces than last term. It might have something to do with upheaval on and off the pitch. There have been changes to defensive personnel, with Trent Alexander-Arnold departing and Milos Kerkez usurping Andrew Robertson at left back. They are also working with a new set-piece coach in Aaron Briggs, who was previously their individual development coach. They are having to adapt following those changes. Ibrahima Konate's poor form alongside Virgil van Dijk has given them another issue. But Slot has also acknowledged the wider context of a growing number of sides prioritizing set pieces. We've shown we are a team that can defend set pieces really well, but more and more in football, you see it is becoming a set piece game, he said. This is a style of football you see more and more. The data backs that up, with set-piece goals occurring at a higher rate than ever in the Premier League, at an average of 0.95 per game. Every team you face at the moment, you have to be so well prepared when it comes to set-pieces, added Slot. Recent evidence suggests those preparations will have to be refined if Liverpool are to get back to the level of last season. New signings struggling? Defending set-pieces is a collective effort, but Liverpool have had issues on an individual level too. Konate's form as one is sparking debate on whether the Reds should have prioritized signing Mark Guéhi instead of pursuing the record-breaking Alexander Isak deal. Most of the other concerns center around their new arrivals. Jeremy Frimpong became the latest of them to be called out by Slot for an error before Nketiah's winner against Palace. One of our players decided to run out because he wanted to play a counter-attack which was of no use because time was up, he said. Slot's criticism came 2 weeks after he withdrew fellow fullback Carragher in the first half of Liverpool's 1-0 win at Burnley following a booking the Liverpool boss later described as not smart. Carragher, like Frimpong, has had a difficult start at the club. Hugo Ekitike has also been ticked off for what Slot described as a needless and stupid red card in the Carabao Cup victory over Southampton, which caused him to miss the Palace game through suspension, a blow given the forward's fine form. Isak has shown encouraging signs as he builds up his fitness, scoring his first goal for the club against Southampton, but Florian Wirtz's subdued start continued against Palace and Galatasaray. The 22-year-old, a £116 million signing from Bayer Leverkusen, is yet to register a goal or assist for his new club as he struggles to carve out a role for himself in Slot's system. I think it's fair to say he hasn't been great for Liverpool so far, said Sky Sports' Jamie Carragher of Wirtz on Monday Night Football. But also, I don't think Liverpool have been great for him so far. Liverpool have got to do more for him because he's not getting the ball anywhere near as often as he did before. A comparison between this season and last season shows Wirtz's touches have dropped by more than 30%, from 86.9 per 90 minutes at Bayer Leverkusen to 63.7 per minutes at Liverpool, making it more difficult for him to show his worth. Salah's waning attacking threat. And there's another red flag: Mohamed Salah's goal threat has plummeted. The Reds' talisman has 2 goals and 2 assists in 6 league games, which is down on last season, partly due to the Egypt international setting such a high benchmark with 47 goal involvements. But the underlying data suggests Salah's attacking influence is at an all-time low, by some margin. The 33-year-old is averaging just 0.4 expected goal involvements per 90 minutes, less than half the average from his previous 8 campaigns at the club. No one underestimates the role Salah played in Liverpool's title-winning season, but the numbers underline the sheer scale of his contribution. He was involved in more than half of Liverpool's goals during the season, either scoring or assisting, resulting in a league-topping 55.3% team goal involvement. His 47 goal involvements directly influenced the outcome in 21 of Liverpool's 38 games, contributing to 38 of their 84 points. Without those contributions, the Reds would have finished 14th, behind Everton. Of course, someone else might have stepped up in Salah's absence, but matching his level of impact? That's highly unlikely, especially without the service previously provided by Alexander-Arnold. 6 games in, and with Liverpool sitting top, Opta have Slot's side finishing as champions, 2 points ahead of Arsenal in second. Still title favourites, then. But from set-piece defending to Salah's waning influence, Liverpool have issues to address ahead of Saturday's game against Chelsea, live on Sky Sports. Read last week's Between the Lines. Is Pep Guardiola leading the Premier League's next great style shift? We revealed the adjustments to Manchester City's style this season as Premier League clubs embrace direct play and counter-attacks. Galatasaray 1-0 Liverpool. Jamie Carragher says Arne Slot's side are not playing like a top team and calls for Florian Wirtz to come out of the side. Jamie Carragher believes Liverpool are not playing like a top team after back-to-back defeats in the Premier League and Champions League, and has called on Arne Slot to earn his money and fix the issues. Liverpool were beaten 1-0 by Galatasaray in Istanbul on Tuesday night, which followed the 2-1 defeat to Crystal Palace on Saturday. The Reds showed a lot of the same issues from Selhurst Park in the Turkish capital, with high-profile mistakes at the back, defensive errors, and the situation was worsened by a double injury blow to goalkeeper Alisson Becker and striker Hugo Ekitike. "I'm not watching a top team," Carragher told CBS Sports. "Liverpool aren't playing football at the moment, they are playing basketball. It is just end to end, and I don't think top teams play like that. I expressed that to the manager early on. He'll know that a lot better than me. He is obviously a fantastic manager. But right now Liverpool went from, I would call them a workmanlike team last season, and they have sprinkled a little bit of stardust on it in terms of the transfers that they have brought in. And they haven't gained anything going forward, but they have lost a lot defensively. I think for the manager now, last season was such a smooth ride for them, he's now got to really earn his money. He did last season, won the Premier League, unbelievable. But there's a few problems there that he has got to fix, and it'll be really interesting how he goes about it. Because he's spent a lot of money. Liverpool got battered by Newcastle in the second half of that game. Newcastle had 10 men. That can't happen. Crystal Palace created 7 big chances at the weekend. That's more than any team has conceded in the Premier League all season. Liverpool are the champions. This has been coming. This is not a shock. And the manager needs to fix it. Wirtz needs to come out the team, it's a mess. One change Carragher would like to see to help fix Liverpool's situation is the removal of Florian Wirtz from the starting lineup. Wirtz came out of the team for the 1-0 Merseyside derby win over Everton but was reinstated for the Crystal Palace game. He is yet to register a goal or an assist in the Premier League or Champions League for Liverpool. Right now I don't think the balance of the team is right, and the obvious one that stands out is Florian Wirtz, Carragher said. He's just not at the races at all. He's a young boy coming into a new league, he has got plenty of time to go as a Liverpool player, but right now I think he needs to come out of the team, Liverpool go back to what they were last season and then go from there and build some confidence, build some defensive solidity. Because right now it is a mess. It's not the losses, it is not the defeats. This has been coming from day one. What Carragher told Slot at the start of the season. Liverpool have had this problem. How many players were ahead of the ball? Maybe 8 players, when they were winning 2-1. That can't happen. It's absolutely shocking at this level. That is not right. It's not. It's only one game on top of the Community Shield, but I've watched enough football in my life. This idea that everyone bombs forward, it's not for me. I don't like it. At no time last week in the Community Shield did I ever feel Liverpool were in control of the game. You can draw 2-2 with Palace, that can happen. But it's how easy Crystal Palace could get at Liverpool, how easy it was tonight. In the first half, Bournemouth should have been at least 2-0 up at one stage. There is definitely a problem that Arne Slot has to solve. People say they need a centre-back doesn't fix that. He just takes Konate's place. It's about the makeup of the team with 2 attacking fullbacks and a number 10 who was more interested in getting on the ball than defending like Dominic Szoboszlai was last season. If Liverpool continue like that, I don't think they will win the league.